Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Mind your business. Only on Money FM 89.3.
Thanks for joining us on Mind Your Business with me, Audrey Seek. And our conversations on heritage brands continue. You know, the brands our parents and grandparents trusted, the ones that we grew up with, and they're always sitting on the shelves. But as consumer tastes evolve and technology changes the way we shop, how do you keep a legacy business relevant without losing its soul? Today, we're speaking with Alex Chow, second-generation owner of Huiji, the company behind the well-known Huiji health tonic, and he's been steering a decades-old health brand into the digital age, balancing tradition with innovation, and even helping other heritage businesses navigate that same tricky journey. And we're so happy to have Alex into the studio today. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. All right, let's start with some context here, okay? Yes. Huiji is known for a health tonic. It has been a household name for more than 35 years, especially among the older folks, right? It used to be called a waist tonic, I believe, the Huiji waist tonic. But for the younger listeners who might not be as familiar, how would you describe this product and its benefits?
It's basically a tonic that has no added sugar, no alcohol. It's also halal certified.
Very good.
Right? And it delivers more than just a boost to your back. Okay? It revitalizes your energy. It relieves your fatigues and strengthens your immunity. Promotes effortless blood circulation for glowing skin and naturally darker hair. And also to note, is in liquid form with the reason for easier absorption as compared to capsule. Because if you are taking a capsule, your body has to break it down, digest it before your body is able to gain access to the active ingredients. So by improving the blood circulation, right, it helps your body to absorb all other forms of food, supplement, whatever you are taking in a more effective way. So in a way, you are getting more from whatever that you are taking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it used to be called the waist tonic, and now it's been rebranded to health tonic. Why was this change necessary? Did people think that waist tonic was maybe like to lose weight or something?
Actually, a lot of people have this misperception that, hey, I have nothing wrong with my waist. Then why should I take waist tonic? So overall, actually, this product, when I inherited, it was actually very good for overall body constitution and overall well-being. So I want to let the product, once you read the name, you'll know it's for health. It's health tonic. Yeah,
it's for overall health. Okay, so heritage brands like Huiji are part of Singapore's business fabric. You guys have been around for a long time.
Yes.
But sometimes tradition can actually hold back growth, right? So how do you decide whether sticking to the quote-unquote old ways is helping or holding you back?
Of course, for tradition, we do our best to keep the tradition because ultimately this has been passed down thousands of years for this TCM theory, right? So we kept to our tradition. We continue to deliver the quality. Like for example, right, when we talk about ginseng, the ginseng has to be minimum 6 years old for the efficacy to be there, right? So even though the price is going through the roof, we still insist on using the same type of ginseng because this, in a way, it strengthens our branding rather than holding us back. Because consumer who has been taking our product, they can feel it. So they stay loyal to our products. Then on top of that, right, we also improve our manufacturing process over the years. Even though in the past where you want to manufacture things like tonic and all this, right, it's like, you know, the traditional way of saying a 7 bowl of water, you cook until it becomes 1 bowl and then you drink it, right? So we kept that thought in mind, that whole thing in mind, but we use a more advanced extraction technique where in kitchen terms, I call it the pressure cooker. In the past, it's just cooked. So a lot of very good active ingredients are actually evaporated.
Okay.
So with the pressure cooker, everything is being locked in.
Okay.
So we give all these additional benefits, right, back to the customers.
Yeah. And you guys have it in different forms now, right?
Yes.
So you have it in, of course, these bottles, but I think you also have it in sachets now?
Yes, now we have it in sachet because most of our loyal customers, they feel that, hey, if I want to travel and I've been taking this product regularly, right, then I can't bring a whole bottle out, in the luggage, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we came out with the sachet form.
Okay, so it seems like your audience has kind of broadened. It used to be for the grandparents, right? But now it's also young professionals that are turning to this health tonic. So that's quite a wide spectrum of customers. What's the risk of trying to, please everybody? And how do you make sure you don't dilute the brand in the process?
I think it's the digital shift that is different. The product is the same. So in the past, right, where the marketing message, the more benefits you have, the better. The customer will feel it's very value for money. But this doesn't work in digital marketing era, because in digital marketing, if you are targeting everyone, you are targeting no one.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of one marketing message where I can summarize all the benefits in one campaign, one video, right, I need to split it into 5. So for example, right, people from 20 to 30s, maybe glowing skin appeals more to them, right? Then for people from 30s to 40s, revitalizing energy might be more appealing to them, right? So in terms of people from 40 to 50, strengthens immunity, might appeal more to them, might resonate better with them, right? And for 50 to 60, people, maybe we talk about like darkening the hair and things like that. So this will resonate. So it's like 5 times the effort to sell the same product, even though this product has all these benefits. But we have to be very specific in the marketing message to bring across to the respective group of people, because the attention span is just so short, right?
Yeah. So you talked about the digital era, and times have changed so much, right?
Correct.
And of course, another big buzzword is the digital transformation. So let's talk some operations. You've brought in AI, right, for everything from customer service to staff training. So beyond saving, time and money, what's the real competitive edge you think this gives you over other SMEs?
Yes. So recently we introduced our Huiji AI bot. I named her Emma.
Emma?
Yeah, so Emma is a trained Chinese physician. So she can give our consumer very good health TCM and health tips. All right.
Okay.
And this is totally value adding to all our customers. Okay. And if customer has been asking about one very particular product, right, one particular herbs, right, I think this is the thing that can tell me it might be the demand for the next thing that the customer might be looking for
future products.
Yes. So, and on top of that, for staff training, we do have another bot. We name her Vivian, right?
Okay.
So Vivian accelerate the staff learning, so drastically reduce the speed of new staff onboarding. So, for example, right now, the employee can access training material, instructions, support at any time, anywhere. And all they need to do is just send Vivian a WhatsApp message. Vivian will give them all the answers. Like, for example, if they were to visit a TCM client, and when you're new, you don't know, right? So in the past, we need to handhold them and be with them for at least 1 week, right? So now we eliminate this process. All they need to do is, hey, Vivian, I'm visiting this ABC client. So what do I need to look out for? So maybe Vivian will reply, you look for Steven, avoid 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. because that's the time where he's the busiest. Okay, his preference is coffee or tea, things like that. So you can buy a cup of coffee when you visit, right? So this is a very value adding, and then it reduces a lot of those loss in transition as the turnover happens.
Okay, so this AI bots, or these 2 AI bots, have helped customers, and it also helps your own staff.
Yes.
Okay, and so, with digital transforming so many things that we do nowadays, you've also moved from a purely traditional sales model to an omni-channel kind of approach, right? What numbers or trends have convinced you that this is a great sustainable growth strategy?
Yeah, so basically back then, right, we were forced to grow. Right. So because during the COVID period, the TCM are forced to close. All right. And because the TCM are forced to close, we lost 40% of the company revenue. So in order to survive, we actually started to pivot online, right? Where that was the time where Shopee, Lazada, Q10 will become very, very prominent, and they are fighting each other. So it's very competitive. So after we onboard that, and then we managed to go through the entire COVID without a single retrenchment. And we managed to keep all the staff.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was the one that, brought us through COVID. And right now, everything has resumed back to normal. Our 2 main channels are still TCM and supermarkets. But we successfully opened a new line, new channel, which is online, which constitute to 20% of our total revenue.
Okay, wow, you sound like a very busy man, Alex. But on top of running Huiji, you also have something else on the side that you do. You also advise other legacy businesses on how to modernize their business.
Yes.
What's the most common, issues or pitfalls that you see when heritage brands try to go modern? Like, how can they avoid these pitfalls?
Okay, so many businesses I saw, they think that modernizing just means I add technology or going on social media.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about their business model, their processes, and even the culture, right? So basically, it's like no strategy behind it, right? So if you don't align all this, right, all the digital tool in the world you can find is not going to help you, okay? So when my approach, when I do, is that I will first audit the company. I will go through the company's operation, and I have 3 main pillars for that. So the first one is like marketing, the second one is operations, and finance. So marketing meaning we look at their target customers. Who are their target customers? Are they doing B2B or B2C? And then what is their approach? How are they reaching out to all these customers and clients, right? The next one is the operation. We look at the efficiency, right? Look at the whole business model. How are they operating? Are there any high risk of potential human errors? What's the form of automations, right? And then we aim to reduce as much human errors as possible so that they can focus on the operations.
Yep.
And lastly, by finance. Are they currently on finance? What is their cost of funds? Are they dragging the bottom line down? Right? All these are very essential. And sometimes business owners are so busy, they don't even realize that, actually, interest rate drops, you can ask for refinance, things like that. So we align all this so that we know what exactly more urgently that the clients need. Then we apply the respective strategy to it. Okay. Rather than you blindly go into technology without a strategy behind it, just hope. Basically, the strategy is like hoping that things will work out after that. Yeah, it doesn't work this way.
All right. Well, Alex, before we let you go, I have to put you on the spot here. Of course, it's SG60 this year, so we are turning a lot of attention to the heritage brands that have grown with the nation. For those owners who have run heritage brands in Singapore and they're looking for some tips, what is the number one tip you can give them?
I think for heritage brands, right, I feel that ultimately, right, they are being known for their unique identity. And this is what that really makes them special, right? So I feel that what they can do is that they can integrate and innovate with tech, bring this unique identity, this special, unique experience to their customers. Yeah. Right? So rather than going the other way around where, we become a tech company. Like, for example, if we were to talk about, let's say, Ya-Kun, right? Everybody knows Ya-Kun, right? Yeah. So imagine a few years down the road, they decided, I don't want to do it anymore, and then we lost it. And then, or if not, Ya-Kun coffee become like packet drink. Yeah. It becomes like, it loses the charm, the special identity, right? Yes. So I would still prefer to, go down to the outlet and then had a taste of like a freshly prepared cup of coffee and, the toast and everything, rather than, everything's in packet. After that, everything we sell online. Yes, that's true. It totally loses the whole identity.
Yeah, I think that, this shows that preserving tradition and embracing innovation don't have to be opposing forces. Yes. And you've proved that, with the right balance, heritage brands can not only survive, but still thrive.
Yes, they thrive.
In this modern market. And that was Alex Chow, second generation owner of Huiji. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Lots more to come on the show. Stay with Money FM 89.3.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.